This grandpa decided to bring his little granddaughter to Disney on Ice, and she was so excited.
Boys and girls, welcome to Disney on Ice!
Right when the show started, she turned around to hug her grandpa, thanking him for bringing her to something she's dreamed of going to for a while. When this little girl saw a homeless man, she decided to stop and give him some of her water to drink. She sat there holding it for him, seeing he had a tremor and couldn't hold it himself, showing she was raised the right way. When her dad came over and said they had to go, she sat it down for him to have and waved goodbye. This little boy's police car broke down on the street, so he had to get his tractor so he can tow it back home. The little man knew exactly what to do and backed it up perfectly.
That's good.
That's good, we gotta hook it up?
Yes.
He then hooked it up all by himself by tying it to the cars and then took off, perfectly towing his cop car all the way back home so he can make some repairs. This little girl was at a Yankees game when she started to try to land a bottle flip on the bleachers. She suddenly had the entire crowd watching her, rooting for her to land it, and when she finally did, the reactions for her were amazing. She entertained the crowd more than the actual game did. Since his little son was in the driver's seat, this dad was acting like he was pulling over the car, and when his baby tried to pull away, he made it look like he actually was.
Pull over the car! Pull it over now! Yeah, we got it! He's rolling down Interstate 15! He's northbound! Pull over the car! Hey!
He had his son cracking up laughing, having the time of his life, and dad even doubled down on it, jumping into the back of the truck and then went on top of it. Fortunately, this officer was able to stop this little criminal, but I'm not too sure what happened next. This little boy was adopted by this family, and on his birthday, they had a whole party for him and everyone started singing happy birthday to him as they brought his cake. You can see him looking all around the room smiling, showing so much emotion in this moment, feeling more loved than ever, and seeing all of the people there just for him on his special day. This young boy named Lucas has a speech delay, which causes him to get frustrated with himself when he struggles to say what he wants to. His big sister named Lily knows this and tries to help him in any way she can.
I can't talk.
It's okay, Lucas. It's okay. No, don't be sad. Just think about it in your head, okay? Think in your head. This is your head. Think about it. What are you trying to say? And then say it, okay?
After calming him down and giving him some tips, he was able to say what he wanted to.
Give it a kiss.
Oh, okay, Lucas. You're so sweet.
This mom was filming her daughter dancing at the restaurant when she caught her on camera stealing her bacon. She then gave her the side eye knowing she just got caught red-handed.
Okay, Mom, this is so cool. Watch.
Their mom was really sick in bed, so this big sister took her little sister outside to teach her how to ride her bike without training wheels for the first time. And after a lot of practice, she sat down the phone to record it for her mom and then showed her little sister take off on her bike all by herself, even showing her riding around fast in her yard, making it look easy. The big sister was so proud of her, and even proud of herself for being the one to teach her.
Mom, she knows how to ride a bike without training wheels, and I taught her that.
This teacher was teaching her young students their numbers when one of them became the greatest hype man ever.
Show us 5. Where's 5? Hold it up. All right, clap for King.
Every single time he got it right, his friend was there to cheer him on.
Okay, all right. King, show us number 1. All right, clap for King. Clap for Okay.
This little man showed everyone that we all need a friend like this to support us.
Show us number 2. Number 2, King. All right, clap for King. All right.
This older brother thought of a trick where he could make his little sister think she could do magic by pausing the rain. So he waited until they got close to the overpass and then told her to go.
Stop, ready to go. 1, 2, 3, rain, stop!
She was so excited and couldn't believe she actually made the rain stop. This baby's dad is usually already at work when she wakes up, but on this day, he took the day off work and this was her reaction seeing he was at home with her, immediately smiling, so happy to see him in the morning. This 9-year-old girl hasn't seen herself with hair in years, after losing it all due to having alopecia, and the moment she put it on her, she was completely shocked.
Oh my gosh, what do you think? You like it? Oh my gosh, you look so pretty.
She couldn't believe it, so happy to have hair back that looked so real. This young boy named Harvey has been living with his foster parents for a little while, and this was the moment they sat him down to tell him he's finally been adopted by them.
I'm adopted? I'm adopted right now?
It became official yesterday.
I'm adopted. I want to stay here. Yay!
His reaction was so wholesome, jumping up and down, so happy to have a forever family. When he went to hug his dad, he then said this.
I want to stay here ever.
Well, good, because that's what you do.
This little girl has dreamed of riding the Slinky Dog roller coaster for a while, but unfortunately wasn't tall enough. And this was the moment they told her she can finally ride it. When these construction workers saw this little boy playing outside with his toy excavator, they took time out of their day and decided to fill it with dirt for him using a real excavator. He was so excited standing by his mom watching them do this. Just a small thing that will be a core memory for this young boy forever. This little boy scares his teacher at school, and he's had to get creative on new techniques to do it. So his principal helped him out so that way he could hide behind him. And this is his teacher, not seeing him and didn't expect it at all. After finding out their little daughter had really bad vision, this was the moment they put glasses on her for the first time, and her reaction is incredible. Her jaw dropped immediately, looking at everything in her house all over again, including her baby sibling, and even staring at her mom in excitement, seeing the world clearly for the first time. After living in a very small studio for 2 years, this mom was able to buy a house for her and her son, and this was his reaction getting to see his own room, something he's never had before.
What is this for?
That's your new room.
When this little girl saw a homeless man, she decided to stop and give him some of her water to drink. She sat there holding it for him, seeing he had a tremor and couldn't hold it himself, showing she was raised the right way. When her dad came over and said they had to go, she sat it down for him to have and waved goodbye. When this little girl walked by this woman taking pictures in her dress, she looked up at her and completely stopped in her tracks, turned around with her stroller and was amazed by her, even going up to touch her. They said she felt like she got to see a real-life doll. She started taking this video of her boyfriend and little sister at the football game, wanting to show everyone their relationship, and it's so wholesome to see. She said, "It's seriously the cutest thing. She even told my mom he's actually her boyfriend, and not to tell me."